Hi, I'm Hallie, and today I'm going to be discussing what our newborn must-haves are after having our third baby. So I'm sure you can expect that what we thought was a must-have with our first kid or our second kid and now our third kid, all fairly different, but there are some key things that I've learned are absolute must-haves, pretty much regardless of the kid's personality and their preferences. First off, a baby seat, somewhere to put your baby. I have had this with all three of my kids. I always use just like a baby rocker or baby bouncer that's fairly lightweight. And I tend to buy them secondhand. I've found some at garage sales, so I've probably spent all of $10 on 3 different baby seats. And I would continue to do this even though there's some really fun, fancy ones out there. And I use it so much. I would consider this to be something I would splurge on since I use it so much. But because it has such a short life, like a good 3 or 4 months before the baby wants to get on the ground moving, then I don't want to splurge on this. So I keep them fairly cheap and I get rid of them with each kid because they're kind of bulky. But the second thing I have is a baby wrap. We use the Tula and the Moby when they're really young for the first 2 kids. My son, the first baby, loved the wrap. We had to force him out of it at about 2. Our second baby, our little girl, did not like it. She did sit in the wrap, the Tula, for the first 6 months when we needed her to, but she was not as attached as my son. And now with this third baby, I still consider this a must-have. We did get the Artie Pope one. That's a little bit fancier, and we opted for one of the cheaper options of those, but it's a great wrap, easy to clean, and really cute, and can be used by both partners. And I love this one, but our baby this time is not a fan of it. She's about 3 months, and she doesn't go to sleep in it. She doesn't love it, but we do still use it for when we just don't have enough hands or we're in transportation mode somewhere. The next thing on the list is just diapers and wipes. So that's whatever setup you think is best for you. With our first kid, we did cloth diapering and it worked out great, and cloth wipes and homemade wipe spray. Our second kid, it did not work, so I ended up selling the cloth diapers. This baby we have now would have been perfect with cloth diapers, but I sold them and I just don't have the bandwidth to keep up with that for this amount of kids and this third kid. So we do use disposable diapers and wipes. And it's been great. We've been switching around with different brands lately just because we used to use the water wipes and now they don't seem as functional as they used to be. So I'm trying a few different brands before I recommend and settle on any. And next up we have clothes, which we now have decided we don't like the ones that go over their head as much. So any zip up footies are probably best. We are in winter here when the baby was born, so that is something we take into consideration. Otherwise we leave them in maybe a shirt and their diaper during the summer. But we don't have too many of those. We tend to have like 3 or 4 outfits per kid, and that's perfect. And we do quite a bit of laundry, but that keeps it at bay, and you don't have to buy too many before you use them and pass them on to the next kid or somebody that needs them. I also think car seat is a must-have, just legally speaking. We've used the same newborn and kids car seats since our first kid. We've just given it a good clean and passed it down. It is the Graco, I think, Extend to Fit, and it has the infant insert when you start, and you can take it out and you can throw most of the components in the washing machine, and then for the rest of the seat you can't take off. We just soap and water, wash it down every now and then. It's been great. It fits in the car easily. It is not one that you can take out and carry around, but that was our preference. So that's where we would use the wrap instead. It's just take the baby out of the car seat and put them in the wrap or just hold them. So the next thing I would say, and this is just based on our experience from having our last 2 kids be winter babies, is a bunting suit. So like a little bear suit or with like a fleece or something warm. And this has been great because it is super easy to just put them in the suit, zip it up. It covers the hands, covers the feet, and has a hood. And then you can put them in the wrap and go on a walk, or you can put them in the car, whatever you need, but you know that your new baby is pretty toasty in there, if that's the case. And the last thing I would say is have, I'd say probably 3 to 5 minimum muslin cotton blankets. These are our favorite kind of baby blankets. They're really absorbent, easy to use if you're breastfeeding or baby spits up or you need a blanket or just to lay them out somewhere. I put one in the car, and then I put one at each kind of station around the house, so I have 5 about total, and then I just throw it in the wash, put it back in its designated spot in the house, and that's kind of how we operate with baby blankets around in our house. But these are the bare minimum, the minimalist essentials that we have found after having 3 babies and what we use most when they're newborns and in the first few months. I hope these ideas are useful to you. And if you have any other ideas that you think are useful to you and are your favorites, please comment down below and let me know. I'm always open to finding new hacks. A lot of people might ask why there isn't a stroller on this list. And I just think in the early months, it's easiest to carry them, whether it be in a wrap or by hand, or they're traveling in their car seat. So that's pretty much where they're at. But as they get older, I do add on maybe the stroller or a high chair situation, but I will address that when it's more relevant to their age. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.